on the potential bubble for the NCAA tournament? And of course, this is way down the road here, but just your thoughts on how to best manage that if you've thought about it at all.
Well, I haven't thought about it at all, but I know that when it came out, I said that makes sense. But the NBA spent so much money and so much time, and now we've got 68 teams coming in. It's a lot easier than whatever it was. They brought 20 or something like that, made it easier. But it'll be a challenge. It really will. And with this virus running around out there, you can't see it, can't smell it, can't hear it. It's there. And that should be something we'll constantly be aware of, and I'm sure there will be.
You had a similar, not exactly the same, but a similar situation in Asheville where that tournament tried pretty hard to keep you guys relatively isolated. How did that go?
It worked fine. I mean, they were really good, and the kids were really good. They wanted to play college basketball, so they did what they were told. And, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, they're going to be the ones that make the decisions.
Sure.
But the people up there, every team was very serious about playing in the tournament, try to do things. And we're testing every day. We're eating separately. I mean, it was fantastic.
Has it been hard, as you said, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, has it been hard to get that message across about the importance of doing all those things right away from basketball?
It really is hard, but these kids want to play basketball
Right.
so much. If, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, if our entire nation had the resolve as those 8 teams had up there every day, we wouldn't be in as bad a shape as we are right now. But we got off to such a bad start on this disease and made so many bad decisions and didn't emphasize it enough. And it's now the virus is in charge. We're not in charge.
One more, Coach, and then we'll take our last break here, and then Coach will be back with us later in the show to preview upcoming opponent. This one came on Twitter, Coach, wondering about Anthony Harris, Sterling Manley. Still haven't seen either one of those two for you out on the court, at least in game action.
Yeah, and I haven't seen them in 5-on-5 full court action either myself, so the fans aren't missing anything that I'm not missing. Anthony's done a few more things than Sterling, but so far we've kept both of them in a half-court situation. I think that Anthony's closer to getting freedom to full participation than Sterling is, but we're not talking about when because it makes no difference. We've got to see what they look like and what they feel like, and when they do, then we'll say, okay, let's go.
I would think it would be hard to make an immediate impact. I mean, just because they've both been out so long.
Oh, I mean, Sterling hadn't played in 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, and Anthony only played 5 games in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So no, it's impossible.
All right, we're going to take a break. Come back when we hear from Coach again. We'll preview Carolina's upcoming matchup with Ohio State. That's part of the CBS Sports Classic. That when we return to the Roy Williams Show from Learfield, IMG College. Carolina heading up to Cleveland to face Ohio State. That's the next scheduled opponent. Heels and Buckeyes, 4:30 on Saturday as part of the CBS Sports Classic. And, Coach, another stout opponent for your young team.
Well, it is. And team that you said is ranked number 20 in the entire country right now. They whacked us pretty good in the Smith Center last year. I don't know very much about their team because just like we're doing this on Monday the 14th, I think that's the date, isn't it?
Correct.
All right, I got to go to practice, and we're going to practice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then we'll start preparing for Ohio State on Thursday and Friday. But they really did whack us last year. They had an answer for everything we did here in the Smith Center. Chris is just a big-time coach, and again, I don't know anything, and it doesn't bother me because I don't ever try to find out anything except 2 practices before we play, if we have that opportunity, and we will before we play Ohio State. But I know they'll shoot it well. They got big guys that are good, and we've got to play great.
Coach, last thing, you are now in a stretch here where you don't have as many games jammed together as you did once the season started. What do you hope to accomplish here when you do have a little more time with your team on the practice court?
Well, Jones, it's hard to plan because you don't know. We may have a game 2 days from now.
Yeah.
We don't know if we're going to have a game 7 days from now or 10 days now. So you're really trying to just practice every day, trying to get your club ready to play, and then all of a sudden somebody will say, well, we can play this game on this day. Well, then we got to be ready to play. And so it's been more hectic, and I really feel for the freshmen because it's not been a smooth ride for them like it is a lot of times.
Flexibility, the name of the game this year in college athletics, to be sure. Coach, great to see you. Thank you for your time today. I know we're not doing it quite how we've done it in the past, but great to be with you and appreciate you joining us.
Well, Jones, thank you. And I do miss all those loyal fans that showed up at Top of the Hill every night because They were sensational. Whether we played great or did not, they were sensational. But nice seeing you as well.
All right, that's the voice of the head coach of the Tar Heels, Roy Williams. He'll be back with us next week on the next edition of the Roy Williams Show from Learfield IMG College.